Tim Kring, you're the writer and producer of the very successful TV series Heroes. That's what you're most well known for. Heroes was very successful and it spawned a lot of new stories told on lots of different platforms. Was that always the intention? Were you always trying to explore transmedia forms of storytelling?
When I created Heroes, I pitched it with the idea that it would have multiple extensions and that it would have content that could live on mobile and online. These were not very sophisticated, deep ideas. You know, it was really just a way of extending the story. But I knew that I wanted to have story that was created online that could then weave back onto the show, creating a kind of virtuous cycle between the platforms. So, in a sense, I was sort of reinventing the wheel of things that a lot of people have thought about, but just coming at it from my own need to try and reach the audience where they were.
As we increase the amount of video-based content on the internet, we're getting to a thorny subject area, that of net neutrality. What are your views on keeping the net open and keeping speeds and content unrestricted?
Well, I think it has to be, and it wants to be. It sort of inextricably sort of goes in that direction. And I know it's a very touchy subject and very controversial subject for lots of people, and I'm not that aware of both sides of the issue, but I know that it is an issue that has to be talked about.
And what about access to broadband? Because there are pockets out there in the world that don't have the same access to high-speed internet as others.
I think it is part of the have and have-nots of our world when free flow of information can be limited to only people who have access. It creates a have and have-not situation. And I think it's an economic must now, where we're seeing rural communities that have been finally connected to a broadband are now able to have a whole economy that drives in these sort of places that are generally cut off from commerce in a way. And so it's almost an economic must now at this point.
Tim Kring, thank you very much indeed.